Yo, what's good, man? It's me, Floor 700 again, back with another vlog. And last night I watched WrestleMania 35, and I watched it to watch history, man. So everything that the big matches that I wanted to happen, the way I wanted them to happen, happened. Kofi Kingston winning the WWE Heavyweight Championship, Becky Lynch winning the Women's Championship, and Seth Rollins winning the Universal Championship. I watched it mainly because I was caught up in the hype of Kofi Kingston becoming the first African American WWE Heavyweight Champion. Even though I knew that Mark Henry was the world champion and Booker T was the world champion. The kicker is those are two different titles. What Booker T and Mark Henry had was like a throwaway title from WCW that the WWE never cared about. So that leaves the WWE Championship, which is the trademark title for the WWE. Why it's on SmackDown, I don't know. I think that was just bad managing, because you actually, the belt that's yours, the original Eagle, not the original Eagle belt, but the Eagle belt, you know, the belt that's been yours so long, you put on SmackDown, and then you make this Universal title on Raw. So for me, the SmackDown title holds more prestige. So I'm watching WrestleMania 35 to get some history. Like, I can't wait, man. And there it was, Kofi Kingston win. He won. I had to hold back tears, son. I had to hold back tears because it was great. It was emotional that Kofi Kingston was the first black champion. And then I started doing my Googles. And turns out that a wrestler that I rooted for as a heel, I mean, when he first turned heel and he was just, you know, incredible on the mic, decent in the ring, but highly entertaining, it was The Rock. The Rock being the first African-American world champion. The problem is, and even though Booker T and Mark Henry's title are not the WWE Championship, they won the Heavyweight Championship. It's confusing if you wasn't watching wrestling, but there was two different titles. Just like it is now, there was a SmackDown, there was a Raw, it was a split brand, and Raw had the Heavyweight Championship, and which was held by John Cena, and SmackDown had the WWE Championship. In my opinion, the belt that matters is the belt that's on Raw, because Triple H held this Heavyweight Championship, and that was like the highest title, and John Cena was on SmackDown. So whatever belt is on Raw is like the highest title, because Raw gets the most views. That's just my opinion. Where was I at though? So The Rock wins the heavyweight world, the WWE Championship. See, it's a tongue twister. The WWE Championship. But the issue is, when you have these biracial people, they don't tend to go one way. They tend to stay in the middle and say, yo, I'm Samoan and I'm black. I'm not just black. I'm not just doing this for black people. So there was never that Rock is the black champion. Rock was always the people's champion, you know? And on my podcast, I've mentioned a few times that, you know, even in The Rock's movies, he plays like this character who has white girlfriends and white kids. Like, he really just treads that line. The Rock could be anything. The Rock can play a white man. The Rock can play a black man. The Rock can play a Samoan. And he does it well, kind of like Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez can play a Latina or a white woman. It is what it is, the luxury. So when The Rock did win the title a few times, it was just, hey, everybody's favorite wrestler won. It wasn't like, oh my God, The Rock, the first black champion. Because if that's the case, like, we talking about 1998 when The Rock won, or 1997, one of them times. So in 1998, the WWE crowned their first African-American heavyweight champion, which went unnoticed because, once again, when you are biracial, you tend to play the fence. Not everybody, but that just seems the way it be when you're famous. You know, like, the famous people don't want to really grab those African-American roots. They want to stay in the middle because they want people to like them. I'm not saying that's what The Rock did, but man, look at Tiger Woods, and I can go on and on. People hate when you say, yo, you're black. I'm not black. I'm half this and half that. My mother was. And don't let their mother be the other race. When dad is the black person, forget about it. Cancel culture. Nobody wants to be black, especially when, you know, you reach a certain level, man. And just, to some people, being black is the issue. So Kofi Kingston technically is the second WWE heavyweight champion, but the fourth black heavyweight champion that the WWE has had. So I want to give the flowers to The Rock. I want to give the flowers to Mark Henry. I want to give the flowers to Booker T. And I want to give the flowers to Kofi Kingston. The first three black men, I'm just The Rock, whatever he is. The first three African American men won the title as a heel. So you don't celebrate that. Like, you are a heel, you stay heel. I'm pretty sure he was emotional behind the scenes and nobody really brought it up. Kofi Kingston's the first black wrestler to win the title as a face. So he was allowed to show emotion. Also, it's about timing. Perfect timing. It's a perfect way. And the narrative was painted that Kofi Kingston was, going to be the first of its kind. And plus, we all remember that Booker T Triple H fiasco that happened a few years ago at WrestleMania when Triple H told Booker T, a black wrestler, your kind does not belong in the championship match. And we thought, okay, if you're going to be that disrespectful, at least let Booker T win. No, he lost, which paints the narrative that, guess what? Our kind can't hang with their kind, right? But Kofi Kingston, you did it. Even though we all know wrestling is script, it doesn't matter. He earned it. You still got to pay like you weigh. You still got to earn it. And Kofi Kingston earned it. And at this time, I acknowledge The Rock as the first WWE heavyweight champion. But this Kofi Kingston championship win means more to the people. It is what it is.